Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Toastmaster April Nestle Piazang.
Fellow Toastmasters, please raise your hand if you've heard of these companies. Corpus Christi School, Selecta, Del Monte, Toyota, ABS-CBN. Thank you so much. Those are just some of the 20 plus companies I was employed in a span of 20 years. 10 years. Again, 20 companies, 10 years. I can relate. I couldn't keep a job for long. I've been told, you have an attitude problem. There must be something wrong with you. And so I started to doubt myself, thinking, if something goes wrong, the problem must be me. And so that went on for some time, until the millennials started to make some noise, and generational diversity began to gain traction. Words like work-life balance, flexi time, mental health, boundaries, these became acceptable. And I started to think, that's not really about me. I'm not something that's wrong. I was just ahead of my time. And so I accepted myself and began to follow my heart. I've observed that we are stressed when we try to please others. We are stressed when we try to fulfill someone else's dream. Like, mom wanted to be a doctor, dad wanted to be a lawyer. Or when we give in to social pressure, like you got married because what do other people think if you're still single at 30? Or we get a nose job. Or we have to be in that stressful job because you need to buy that big house, get that new car, because all your friends have it. If we take a step back, then we realize that we are unhappy and we're stressed because we're pretending to be someone we're not. But we have a choice. Every day we wake is a choice to discover our authentic selves. It can start small, like how do you want your coffee? How you prepare for your outfit of the day. 1 or 2 cups of rice. Will you take 10,000 steps per day? And then that could ripple into how you want to treat your spouse, your kid, or how you want to respond to that coworker, that boss. I'm reminded of that time we were supposed to have a reunion in our college organization. Now, our batch president was trying to convince us to join. And she was trying to convince someone, let's call someone John, that's someone John, and said, since you're again the order, you should attend. And then John replied, just because I can doesn't mean I should. No one dared argue, because it's right. Even if we can, it doesn't necessarily mean we will or that we ought to. We should do things because we want to do it, because we're happy. And that self-awareness, that will take a lifetime to master, to hurdle. But if we're true to ourselves, then we'll be better decision makers. We'll be better at managing our emotions, and we'll be that best version of who we want to be, who we think we are. I am reminded again of my co-teacher, Papa Lap. I taught grammar, and then Papa Lap taught literature, Shakespeare to be exact. Now Papa Lap, Papa Lap wanted me to inherit his classes when he retired. So that was his way of showing how fond he was of me. And so, during the school break, he went to the States. And when he came back, I was already working in another company. He came to visit me and he gave me this. And it has his name engraved on it. I said, I'm I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye, Papa Lap. And he said, nah, that's alright. Let's just play bingo one day. And I said, yeah, we'll play bingo one day, Papa Lap. Bear hug! So time passed. Then one day I learned Papa Lap passed away. So I went to his wake. I sat there by the corner by myself. And then somebody approached me. And he said, excuse me, are you his daughter? Am I his daughter? And that hit me like a ton of bricks. It was only then I realized I wanted to be Papa Lap's daughter. But I didn't show it enough. We never played bingo. And I didn't make time for what truly mattered. 8 minutes. Simon Sinek says if you're going to spend 8 minutes with someone, that makes a huge difference. And so, had I realized sooner that I wanted to be Papa Lap's daughter, I would have spent more than 8 minutes with him. That realization was pivotal in me trying to live my authentic self. And so from that day on, I would regularly check myself in the mirror. Who do you think you are? Fellow Toastmasters, let's not wait for a wake-up call. No puhon. Let us start right here, right now, to live our authentic selves. So please raise your hand if you think you're a true blue Toastmaster. If you think you're a good friend, no hands. If you think that you're a fur parent, a parent, and if you think you're someone's child, someone's son or someone's daughter, there you have it. May we live our lives according to who we think we are. Mr. Quantus Chair.